I say, okay, then 94. 94 is a reference to paragraph 94 of witness A's statement. I am putting to you what witness A said during that call. And in that call, he refers to a group of 5 individuals that you had told him about, which included Mr. Molefe. And then I also said to you that he had told you him about another guy, which is a tall Zulu guy that lives in Sandton, Z-E, for the transcript, and his surname. There was no surname.
Of course, once a name has been mentioned, we'll trust the transcriber to remember that we won't be spelling every time a name is mentioned.
Indeed, Chair.
Thank you.
Do you recall that, General? And then I asked you and you said, no, I deny all of those. So now you've seen the transcript of the recording. I am asking you whether you are still sticking to that denial. You want to clarify the denial, and then we can address what you meant in the call.
Yeah, I remember, and I even indicated that because on my statement I said I can't recall, and I gave the reason why I indicated that, and I even asked if I recall, must I mention these names here and whatsoever. But today I did indicate that I agree with the statement to say yes, I informed you, I shared information with him to say the same person, I got information that he was working with somebody, and they were a group of 5, and they are even mining rights. Yes.
Okay. Now, if we then go back to the transcript of the call, the recording of the call, you can go to file 4, page 66.
66.
Yeah, 66. And we are at line 21, where it says, yes, him, I am sure they are 5. They are a group of, they were 5. They are having other companies together also, or mining rights together. Now, this group of 5, you say they are having other companies together also, or mining rights together. So it seems to me like you are saying, in addition to the companies or the mining rights that they have, there's another reason why you are referring to them as a group of 5, because you say having other companies together also. So what is the primary reason that you are referring to them as a group of 5? It can't just be because they have companies together.
I'm saying they were a group of 5 partners. According to information, and that is what I said even today, to say information I got that the arrested person, he was belonging to the group of the deceased, and they were about 5, they are having also companies. That is what I indicated.
Oh, they all originate from the deceased Mr. Mswazi, the 5.
That is what I said, yes.
Okay. And there's the Mr. Mswazi's name is mentioned, and we know that there's Mr. Molefe, and then there's a name that you don't mention. That's fine. Who are the other 2?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you know there are 5 if you don't know about the other 2?
Commissioner, that is what I was told, that there were 5, and then I happened to know the other 3 names which I were informed.
Told by whom?
By a source. Remember, I said after I remember even before, the source indicated to me that they arrested 3. They previously worked for Mr. Mswazi and as contract killers. And later on, when we were discussing after the arrest of Molefe, I indicated to him, I got further information that this person was working with Mswazi and the other people, and they were also involved in mine. That is what I indicated, and I indicated those names that name which I was informed. Then other names which I'm not informed, I don't know.
The two names that you mention in the same transcript, Joe on 68 and Zay on 67, are
No,
they
that-
part of the 5?
No, that was something else. Remember, I indicated to say after the decease of Mswazi, my understanding is Joe took over as leading at the industry. And I was saying, I was regarding the whole fight is about taxi violence and so forth. That is where I mentioned that name. I said now there are people who are also there in the taxis now venturing on the construction mafia and whatsoever. That is what I indicated. So it's not related to that.
But your simple answer is Joe and Zay are not part of the group of 5 that
No.
you mentioned in 66?
No.
Okay.
How do you know they're not part of the group of 5 if you don't know who the group of 5 is, according to you?
Because I was not, that information which was shared to me, they were not mentioned. And I just indicated to say the name Joe came out to say after Mswazi's demise, then he's the one who took charge on the taxis. And I was talking about something else. And regarding Mr. Orze, I indicated he is known to the two gentlemen, and I indicated the reason why I said they are known to him, to the general.
General, what you're being asked is, you say there are 5, and your language, I'm trying to see, you say, I am sure there are 5. So you say 5, and then you mention 2 names here in the next sentences. You mentioned the 2 names, Swazi and that other name, and then you say, and others, you see. Now, when you are asked about whether Joe is part of the 5, and the same as Zay, whether they are part of the 5, you say no.
Yes.
And what Ms. Sigals Ngube is asking is, but if you say you don't know who are the other members of the group, what you call the group of 5, if you don't know who the others are, how are you firmly saying Joe is not part of them? Zay is not part of them, because if you say that, if you answer that way, it suggests that you know who are the other members of the group of 5.
Commissioner, I'm sure even the journalists in here, they know the rivalry between Joe and Mswazi, so they cannot be one belonging to that. And in the context of what I was sharing information regarding Joe, it was something else. And there by the 5 already we know who's the 3, and then the only ones which we don't know is the 2. But again, I'm saying, everybody knows that there was a rivalry between Joe and Mswazi. Then they cannot be the same group having same company together. So that is why I'm sure of that.
Yeah, well, I don't know that Joe, there's rivalry with Mswazi. I didn't know that, maybe because I don't operate in that world. Now you've provided an explanation why Joe is not part of the 5. That's the explanation you have given.
Yeah.
Why do you say Zay? And Zay, because you do mention him in another context. I accept
Yes.
that you mention him in a particular context here. But the question was, how do you know Zay is not part of the group of 5? If you say, I don't know who the other 2 members of the group of 5 are, Joe, you know, you've explained why you say he cannot be. What about Zay, that you happen to mention in another context?
Because it was not mentioned, he was not mentioned in that information I got.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. That's sufficient for me, General.
No, and just to clarify, you mention him in this context, because if you look at where you mention Mswazi, I will skip the other name, and then you say, and others you see, and then witness A says, Yes, because even to me, he said that he has interest in mining. You say, yes, yes, somewhere in Rustenburg and Brits there. And then, yes, yes, he mentioned that. Then you say, yes, there is this other guy, his name is Zay, who's staying in Senton. So you don't change context. You don't move from group of 5 to other people. You're still discussing mining, specifically mining interest in Rustenburg and Brits. And then witness A says, yes, yes, you mentioned that, he mentioned that. Then you say, yes, there is this other guy, Zay. So you're not talking about taxes here, you're still talking about the mining interest.
About mining interest, yes. And I've indicated that there was once people came to the office who indicated they were having mines with him in Kimberley and complaining to the National Commissioner and mentioned his, not Deputy National Commissioner, and mentioned his name.
You've promoted him already?
No.
No, finish your answer.
Yeah, no, I said, excuse me. And then they mentioned that they were partners with him, hence it was on that issue of mines.
Yes.
Yeah, and I indicated also that he is close to, they say he's close to Mr. Malema, and also the Deputy National Commissioner is also close to Malema, because now and then he reports to him certain cases which he tasked me. So it was in that context.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. General, are you aware that General Dumisani Kumalo gave evidence that one of the group of 5 is Mr. Matlala? One of the members is Mr. Matlala?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Matlala is one of the 5?
Now, what I know he was a security for the late, not part of the 5.
You know
I don't know. But I know he was providing security for the late Mswazi.
So you knew that Mr. Matlala is somebody that originates from the late Mswazi?
No. I know he provided service to Mr. Mswazi.
Linked to Mr. Okay, so he has a link to Mr. Mswazi, providing services for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask differently? Now that Mr. Mswazi passed, do you know if Mr. Matlala has got any association with this group of 5?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Thank you.
And you say that Joe is not part of the 5?
Yes.
If I take you to page 67.
Before you move away, still at starting page, line 22, page 66, where we were. You say, and the evidence leader has read this. Yes, him, I'm sure they are 5. They are a group of 5. They were 5. They are having other, underline other, companies together. They are having other companies together also, or mining rights together. When you use other, it seems to suggest that there's something else in addition to the other companies that you are referring to. What's the other thing that they have together?
All of them, they were known for taxi. They were owning taxis. They are owning a fleet of taxis, and they were running the Santago and so forth, yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you.